Huzzah, my friends! I am Kidmeister LP. Then today we finally get around to the LP that I've been holding you guys out on, which is The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker for the Nintendo GameCube. And for those who don't already know at this point, the Legend of Zelda franchise is probably my favorite video game franchise of all time. Oh my lord. I freaking love this game so much though, and if anything, it's probably one of my all-time favorite games ever, if not my favorite game of all time, actually. So, yeah, I do know that a lot of people give this game crap because of its graphics, but I'm actually one of the few people who do rather enjoy it quite a bit for the graphics in itself. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and press start. And let's register a name as Link, because that seems to be an ongoing joke I have with the interwebs lately, for reasons unknown, but whatever, who cares? Enjoy the opening cutscene. And with that incredibly lengthy intro out of the way, we now begin our adventure on the lovely, humble island of Outset. Let us see what is going on this peaceful island as we make our way over to this nice looking house right over here. Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Sort of looks like me when my brother used to try to wake me up, actually. I know he used to do that to me a lot growing up, so. I knew you'd be here. This is my favorite spot to gaze out at the sea. When I play with the girls, I call it Errol's Lookout. So, do you remember what day it is today? No, not really. You're still half asleep, aren't you? Did you forget? Big brother, it's your birthday. 12th birthday to be exact. I got that information out from outside materials. Just for the record, in case anybody was wondering how I knew that. I think Nintendo Power was actually how I figured out what birthday it was exactly, but anywho. That's why Grandma's been waiting for you to come back at the house. She's been waiting for a while now. It's a good thing I came to find you. You should probably go home and see what Grandma wants, don't you think? And with that, we have gained control of our character. There are a few things I would normally do at the start of the game, but to make things go at a quicker pace, I think I'm just going to go ahead and head over to Grandma's house right now and save a lot of that stuff for later. The controls are mostly the same as the past 3D Zelda games, which is Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time at this point. Though I feel they are a little more polished than they were in those games. Not that the original 3D Zelda games were bad in terms of controls. Though I do think that Link turns a little bit too quickly. I think that's my only issue with this game. You actually have complete and total control over your camera in this game by simply moving the C-stick around. Sadly, I think this is the only game in the series where you were able to move it around this much. You can even zoom it out and zoom it in and stuff. I really like that. Link is a lot more versatile with his action commands in this game as well, because if you see on the top right corner of the screen there, we also have an R button, which allows us to do various things like crouch and stuff. And crawl as well too. And there's a lot of other things that Link can also do with the A button that were only introduced in this game for whatever reason. I never could exactly figure out why, but anywho, I think that pretty much covers the controls for right now. Most of the actions we can do with that will be covered a little bit later. You can still access your menu and equip items like you did in the other 3D Zelda games. You just select them to Y, Z, and X. Though Skyward Sword took that out for whatever reason. I have no idea why, but it sort of went back to the retro way of how Link to the Past did it, and that seemed a little off to me, but I digress. I've been waiting for you, Link.
Hi.
Link. Try these on. Time certainly flies. I can't believe you're already old enough to wear these clothes. And you got the hero's clothes. They look like they might be a little warm for this weather. Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Just try them on. Today is a day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young heroes spoken of in all of Legends. You only have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down proud. Child, be proud. In the olden days, this was the day that boys were finally considered to be men. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare them for battle with their enemies. But we don't live in such a way, in such an age any longer. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who knows anything about swordplay. Hanging the family shield on the wall as a decoration is another tradition that has been carried down from those days. Does this all make sense to you? Isn't that nice, Link? They suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Well, tonight I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party, so I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Your grandma is going to make your favorite soup for you tonight. Toasty. Nah, I'm just kidding. I just know you're looking forward to it. Now, go get your sister, Errol. Will do, G-Ma. But I think there's a various few things I'd like to go ahead and take care of first. And those things I was mentioning before that I'd like to save for a little bit later, I think I might as well go ahead and put them into action. One of those first things we can do at this moment is go over to this lady right over yonder. Oh, Link, you look cute as a bug in that outfit. I suppose I could congratulate you on your birthday, shouldn't I? Well, to tell the truth, I could congratulate myself too. Well, we just finished building our little hutch in Paddock today. Isn't it a delightful addition to the place? I was actually thinking of getting a pet and keeping it there. The boys would really like that, I'm sure. Boys love pets. I wonder what kind of animal we should get. What do kids like these days? Listen, dearie, if you see any good pets around here, be a lamb and just bring one here. You can't get them yourself, you fat hag? If you do, I'll give you a little reward. Oh, but we won't tell your grandma about it, will we? But anywho, the only thing we saw anything relatively close to a pet were these pigs wandering around here. And there's a total of 3 of these pigs on the island, and nabbing each of these grabs you a good amount of money for it, and we will be spending that money a little bit later on after taking care of some story events. Anywho, why did you bring that little... Oh, I read that wrong. Why did you... I read it wrong again. Holy flid. Why did you bring that little piglet all the way over here just for me? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I've been thinking of getting a pet pig for a while now. The boys will be so happy when they get home. You sweetie. Okay, Link. Hold out your hand. This is your reward. Don't spend it all in one place. Though, that is kind of ironic since we technically will be doing that later, so... Why, this little darling is as cute as a button. You know, it's so cute that I wouldn't mind having even more of them. And we will do just that. One really helpful tip for actually getting these things, so they don't actually run away from you, is to actually crawl up on these guys, because... Shut up. As you do so, these guys don't actually notice you for doing that for reasons unknown, and it's really helpful in that aspect. I just gave you a pig. Pay me. Pay me up, hag. What? Okay, there we go. I guess I had to land all the way to the ground and actually be walking before it... She actually told me that, so... You got a red ripple. That's 20 ripples. What a pleasant surprise. And there is one more left on the island, but I think I'll probably get that a little bit later after we go talk to our sister, because that piggy's right over there, and it would save us a little more time just doing that first. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And like the previous 3D Zelda games, rolling is a good way of getting around. Though sadly, backing up isn't going to be super fast like it was then anymore. I think they actually wanted you to use rolling to get around faster this time. So, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me, so I could care less. And I can imagine people probably, you know, caring about that, and to you and to them, I say nitpicks. How's it doing, sissy? Ahoy, big brother. Did Grandma make that outfit for you? But wow, you look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. Pretty funny story about that, though. When I was 7, I used to have this Link costume that my grandma made me for Halloween, and I'd go around in the yard and play with that all the time. And she made a shield and master sword out of it too, using wood. And despite how hot it was, I used to do that all the freaking time. So, and no, I'm not kidding. I think I would probably try to share a picture of the costumes, because I think I still have those. I think I just gave them to my brother, and he has them somewhere in his closet or whatever. And I do believe I still have the shield. I might have to share a picture of that one day on one of these recordings. But anywho, happy birthday! You got the telescope. This is your sister's most precious belonging. Treasure it dearly. Set it to blah 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 blah, and I think she's going to give us a full in-depth explanation of this as we talk to her a little bit more. So, well, do you like it? I'm letting you borrow this special gift just because you're my big brother. Aren't you lucky? Oh, why don't you try it out right now? Try looking over at that house from here. And I do believe we'll be doing that if the episode hasn't already gone on long enough. So, and unfortunately it has, actually. So, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, we will look at that house and do some more stuff. I would extend the episode a little bit longer, but knowing capture device video files, they are larger than emulation files to begin with, and this being my first capture device Let's Play, I am highly looking forward to making some more progress in this game. I have been planning to do a Zelda game for quite some time, so I hope you guys do enjoy this project as much as I do. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys then.